welcome to my video. My name's Sam. For those of you that don't know, I am a flight attendant and I recently just started flight lessons. I plan on keeping a video blog of my lessons and my experience as I start with my training. Currently just working on my private, and the goal is to make a career out of it. My main purpose for starting this video, I think, has to do with the fact that I'm 30 years old, and though I love my current career, I decided to take a chance and invest in something that's gonna send me on a completely different path. I feel like most people grow up kind of knowing what they want to do. I've always had an idea of some of the things I wanted to do, but as far as a career, I've never really been able to make up my mind. I've changed it quite a bit, gone down a couple different paths, and now here I am beginning flight lessons at 30. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of document this journey and share with you guys my feelings, my fears, my excitement, all of the above. I know there are many people on this path from all different walks of life. So my path with aviation began about 3 years ago. I grew up wanting to be in law enforcement. My father's in law enforcement, my stepmother, my stepsister's in law enforcement, and it's something I just always saw myself getting involved in. And after going, even taking college courses, and my senior year of high school, I was in a program where I interned with the local police department. That's where I saw myself going. Fast forward a few years later after high school, and things changed, and I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do with my life, so I packed up and left New York, and I moved down to Florida. While I was in Florida, I ended up signing up for this program that sent me overseas for about 4 months, doing volunteer work in Nepal, which was an amazing experience. A whole other video could be focused on just that. But it kind of kick-started my love to travel, which is something I always knew I wanted to do, but I never really had the chance to do it before then. And I ended up spending a total of 6 months overseas in 2 different countries. And when I came back from that, I just didn't know what was next and decided to take a chance, and I applied to be a flight attendant. Now, for those that have known me a long time, the travel definitely fit in with who I am. The meeting new people definitely fit in with who I am. I had been a bartender for several years before this. I've always enjoyed meeting new people, going to new places. However, for me, when I thought flight attendant, I'm thinking pretty girl, heels, nails, walking through the airport. Because, these women are gorgeous that walk down. And men. You guys look good too. But the real thing is just I never saw myself being a flight attendant. Took the chance, made it through, and was hired, and I've been a flight attendant for about 3 years now. So my very first time stepping on the aircraft, during my OE, which is your onboard experience, I had a chance to go up in the flight deck during the flight, and that was it for me. That was the moment where I realized this is where I want to be. This is where I need to be. I love what I do currently. I have so much respect for everyone that's in the aviation industry, whether the airlines in general, whether you're a gate agent, a ramp agent, a flight attendant, a pilot. Everyone works their asses off to help get these companies up and running, and so these families can get on their way, and it's just a really amazing thing. So not long after, about a year into being a flight attendant, I realized that, again, as much as I loved it, I wanted something more. I went on 2 different discovery flights, and I was hooked. The first time I was up in the air, I did a discovery flight up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I had a perfect day. There was not a gust of wind. My instructor even said, "You'll never fly on a day where it's this smooth ever. It's just not gonna happen." But it was amazing. My second flight experience was down in Fort Lauderdale, and my instructor for that flight gave me a little bit more control, and we flew over the water. We were about 500 feet off the coast, and it was just incredible. I knew right then and there that that's exactly where I wanted to be someday. Now, as most of you may know, flight school is not cheap. It's a pretty intense expense to sign up for, And as a newer, now 3 years in flight attendant, don't necessarily make the best money to pursue that. I do have a second job as well. So I decided to spend some time kind of getting myself in the right place financially, getting my, any debt that I've had paid off so that I could apply for loans when the time comes. And I had the opportunity come up where I was given the option to move back home with my parents. I'm originally from Western New York. I hadn't lived home in about 5.5 years, but I had a chance to come home and save some money that way, which has been a blessing in so many ways. So this past summer, I moved back home and started saving up my money, and I officially started my ground school back in August. So I've only had 3 flight lessons so far, but let me tell you, it has been such an incredible experience. The feeling I have when we're up in the air and I'm behind the controls, and my instructor is really great at just he throws me right into my training, and I love it because it's a little intimidating, and to be starting something new, and part of me questions if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm going for it. So, I just thought it'd be fun to kind of share this experience. I feel like most of the pilots that I've come across, not all, but definitely most, grew up knowing they wanted to be a pilot, or come from aviation families of some sort, or have some kind of aviation background in their family. And I don't have any of it. Before being a flight attendant, I have a very good friend who's a pilot, but I used to make fun of him when we were talking about it. He would go on and on about being a helicopter pilot, and I would roll my eyes and just be like, okay, it's cool, you have a cool job, but didn't really care about it. And now I can't imagine myself doing anything else. To say it's been an easy road so far would definitely be untrue. And I know it's just the beginning. Like I said, I'm only a few hours in with my flight lessons, but I'm ready for it. And talking to you guys and sharing the story and hearing what everybody else has gone through social media, and reading your blogs and watching your videos and watching those women that are now captains of the airlines or aircraft mechanics or helicopter pilots. It's just, it's so inspiring and motivating. And I guess my biggest goal for sharing this video and sharing my story with you guys is if I could help inspire just one of you to go after your goals and dreams. And those goals don't even have to be aviation related, but just to be taking a leap and starting a new journey. It's scary, and I know it's scary. I've done it a couple times, but to have a chance to share that and maybe even, communicate with you about that, I guess that's the whole point of me sharing this. So any feedback you guys have, like I said, this is going to be the first video, I'd be greatly appreciated. I love criticism, good or bad. Just, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.